Hey Brickhead, Scott with 36 Bricks here, doing a quick, well, not so quick, update on my Lego City, my Lego Room, my life, my Lego life, property update, all that kind of fun stuff. So let's check it all out. Alright guys, so as you can see, my room is an utter mess. Some of my city is organized, a lot of my city is not organized. So I've been trying to work on it, but there's been so many projects, mocks, builds, all that kind of fun stuff that I've been wanting to do. But before I get into the Lego update, let me update you on all the projects that I've been working on throughout my property. Now, to give you a little bit of an update on the garden, so as you can see, we have a lot of wood left over, and it's because we find people, this is all, my entire garden is made up of essentially reclaimed or recycled wood. So these were all pallets and all that kind of fun stuff that, people were getting rid of, wood pieces that people were getting rid of, and essentially I was using these parts or this wood to build my garden. Obviously, collecting all this wood, takes a little time. It doesn't happen overnight, so that also again takes time. Now, when it comes to the garden, kind of show you guys a little bit of what has been going on with the garden. It's a little bit of a mess. We just kind of had some windstorms come in. But to kind of show you the outside, so this is just a regular panel. This, of course, we have, the regular door that enters, and then each one of these panels is a door. So when it comes to the garden itself, we just open up one of these doors, and when we need to garden on this side, pull weeds or whatever, we can. And that helps a lot. So as you can see, this is my artichoke plant, my baby. The ants and squirrels and all of that have taken over it, but we did transplant some roots and we have growth there, which has been great. Now, what we did is essentially a lot of this wasn't here, so we built these posts for support on the roof, and then the roof is made up of course, the 2x4s and 2x2s and chicken wire, so it's all essentially enclosed. The only thing that's really not protected is underneath, and I mean, that's kind of par for the course. We should have put chicken wire underneath or something like that, or cement boards or whatever to kind of work on that. But essentially that's what's happening. This is about 4 feet across, and we anticipated, we'll just climb over and weed and stuff like that. And then as we started doing it, we were like, you know what, that's not going to work. We just can't reach in far enough. So what we did was, that's why when we decided to enclose the entire thing because of the squirrels, we created these doors. Now, of course, some of them aren't perfect. This one I have to work on, but that just kind of gives you an idea of, it takes time for all this. So we're going to go inside now and show you, again, it's a complete mess, but, it's a work in progress. So we have all of this gardening space now. So this, it looks dead. This was spinach. We have some strawberries and all of that in here. Now this was something else that was kind of unexpected. So these, essentially on that side of the garden, we are planning on expanding, and I'll show you that in a bit. But these stations were set up essentially right here to essentially go down that side, and that will feed the sprinklers on that side. Well, one of these decided to break and split so that it's no good at all anymore. So I had to cut it off at that point, and I just put a valve. That way I can always add more later. So it works out really nice. But as you can see, you know, there's a lot of progress. We do need to, of course, come out and weed. We haven't been out here in a little while as far as to actually maintain the garden. We've been working on the walls plus all of the other stuff. So let me go around to the other side and I'll show you what we're working on there. All right, so this side is essentially temporary. We just did that to kind of enclose it, and then eventually, probably in the next year, maybe during winter or something, when it's not so hot, we're actually going to clear all of this out, and the garden is going to come out to about here and add that much more space. So this is all, I mean, it looks like junk right now. We've got some cactus and stuff like that, but this is all going to be expansion to the garden. And then I might either expand the garden over there, which will be a little bit difficult with the roof of the garage, or I might build another shed. I'm thinking about building another shed just to house basically event stuff for Lego. So that's kind of what's been going on there. We also, I know there's a lot of metal and stuff like that, but we also have our fruit trees. So that was our garden for our vegetables and some fruit. But then we have our fruit trees here. Fruit trees are actually doing really well. Unfortunately, we did have a major frost come in and killed the majority of the fruit. But that's kind of a good thing because it gives the trees an opportunity to really flourish and grow and you know, strengthen. So this is one of our apricots. So we have these two are apricots. These two are pear. That is technically 2 plums in one, but that is a plum tree. It's grafted, and the other plum graft is actually been growing. So you can kind of see down here that there's multiple limbs at the bottom, or branches, trunks down at the bottom. And plum trees like a partner. So this tree we didn't think was going to make it, and then it bounced back, and very proud of it. Over here we have a persimmon, pomegranate. It's the only one that we have. This was actually a transplant from the other side of the property, and it's transplanted really well. So these two right here are nectarines. So they're growing really, really well. That is a cherry tree. We should have planted a second one, unfortunately, but we didn't. We will probably at some point. And then this is an apple tree. And it's growing really nicely. Haven't been out here in a minute, so it's actually growing rather tall. These two here, this one's kind of, you know, it looks like it might be on the outs. I'm not sure, but it's still growing. These two are persimmon. Now, unfortunately, this is an apple tree that unfortunately didn't make it. So we have to actually take that out and plant a new one. And then over here, we have two, this tree and this tree back here those are both peach trees. And then this is another persimmon tree that my mom got us. So again, we've been kind of working on these, maintaining those, and that takes a little bit of time. Something else we had to work on due to fire season and all of that, we had to come out here and clear up the property. We had a really bad rainstorm or rain season last year. Bad as in kind of good. We got a lot of water, and we have a wash that comes down and essentially comes right up against this berm and then comes all the way down the property. Well, as you can see, there's my garage, which is my Lego room. We have our garden. This is all the wood that we've been prepping for our garden and stuff like that. So essentially what ended up happening was we had to come out here, clear the weeds, and kind of reroute the wash a little bit. Hopefully it works. We kind of put up a little berm. I know it's a little hard to see back there, but put up a little berm there so that it actually flows this way and then down the side of our property. So as you can see, I have a decent amount of property, and this is just what we cleared. We have another couple acres on that side. Our property actually goes all the way to that neighbor's house, but we have quite a bit of property, and I'm of course not showing you my house in the front. So this is something else that we've kind of had to work on that has kind of taken me away from Lego. It's a lot to take care of, and a lot of work, a lot of money, gas and tractor work and all that kind of fun stuff. But I mean, it's not level. I mean, the property still is cockeyed or downslope, I should say, because of the mountain range. But this kind of gives you an idea of, my property. And when I say, we've got to clear it, but this gives us a safety berm from the house so that if, there is a fire in the area, it's taken care of. The other major project, as you can see here on our property, is we had this tree was about 100. It was pretty much the same height as this one, so probably a good 150 feet tall. I know it's a little hard to see on the camera, but unfortunately it died out, and you can see the branches that are spanning out, that they're as tall as a regular tree. We also had, we had a tree that was right here. We also had a tree that was right there. And then, of course, you can kind of see, if we come over to this side, that we had a tree here. There's another tree over there. And then there's a tree way back there. And in one storm, a couple years ago, this one went down, and we had to cut it off the road. That's why the fence is all busted up. And then we had another storm, and I'll zoom in over there. We had another storm that took out that tree and that tree all in one swoop. And then again, it's a little hard to see. This is a separate tree. Hold on, let me zoom back out. This is a separate tree altogether that busted, and we were so worried about this tree because it had died that we decided to go ahead and cut it down. Well, as you can see, it's taking time because, quite frankly, we've been having 110 plus degree weather heat. So the only time that we're actually able to come out here and work on this is, in the very early mornings, or the very late afternoon, evenings. And as you can see, we've been chipping away at it here and there, and it's essentially because it's a lot. I mean, these are foot in diameter, and this is a big boy. I mean, as it stands right now, it's probably 30 feet, maybe 40 feet tall. And there's just a lot. So we've been working on that. And those are just the projects. I'll actually come over here. Those are just the projects that came up last minute. And this was all green and lush, and now it's all nasty and brush. But you can kind of see over here, if I show you, zoom in, that's where the trunk fell over and it dented up the fence. And then we still have this one we got to work on cutting down, because that's no good, but it's no threat to anything or anyone. So, but this kind of, it's a lot of land, a lot of property to kind of maintain and have fun with. So yeah, those are, you know, a few of the projects that we've had to work on outside. So the other thing is, of course, we got 3 kittens. So this is Rocket. He is his own namesake, having fun here. He has gotten big, him and basically the triplets. He's got one other brother and another sister, plus our other cat. So you guys have kind of seen pictures of these little guys, but they're grown up. They're about the same size as now our older cat. So fun stuff. So this is Rocket. This here is Callie. She's a sweetheart. Still a pain in the butt, but she's having fun. And she's just as mischievous as Rocket, but she's not as vocal. But she's living her best life. So this is Callie. Then we have Shadow, who is a snugglebug. I don't know if you can hear him purring. Not really. Maybe. But yeah, this is our fluff ball. Shadow. He doesn't really talk much, but you know, he is a love bug. We call him our tub of lub. Kind of reminds me of my old cat Sparky, but you know, he's definitely a love bug. So that is Shadow. And then we have Hazel. So Hazel was a kind of a feral cat that we adopted, or a kitten. We had a feral cat on our property, and she is the product of that cat. We tried to keep 2 of them. Her brother her brother Chester, or Chestnut, just didn't want anything a part of it. Now she has calmed down. We actually just got her fixed. We're working on the other 3, but we just got her fixed. She's a little camera shy, but she is the oldest. She's kind of taken on the motherly figure to the other cats, but just kind of wanted to introduce, you know, them and show you them. Something else that we've been doing is, when I went ahead and built that big shed over there about 1.5 years ago, we knew at some point we were going to move my mom down. So we've actually been working on getting her down here. This is only half of her stuff. We, for the last couple months on Fridays and Saturdays, and this is why I haven't really been live streaming, is when we built that shed, we fixed this shed up so that we could bring her stuff in here. And essentially this is all her stuff, and then she actually has a storage facility right around the corner from us that we've been putting her stuff in as well. So we've been driving from Southern California to Fresno, where my mom lives, back and forth to help her kind of move her stuff. It probably would have been cheaper and easier in some capacity to rent a U-Haul, but because I have my truck and trailer, you know, we help her out. So that's kind of what we've been working on, and that's been a little bit of an ordeal too, because, you know, with my truck and trailer, and I'm gonna close this up, with my truck and trailer, it takes about between 5 and 7 hours to drive up there, and I'm just gonna walk around the property. So it takes about 5 to 7 hours. It takes about 4 to 5 hours depending on our foot and gas and stopping for lunch or breakfast, but it takes about 4 to 5 hours to get up there without any load. And then it takes essentially about 6 to 7 hours to come back, because we can't drive as fast with the truck and trailer. California law, we can only go 55, so we go a little bit above that, but even still, in some areas it's construction. I am walking over here because this is the other part of our property that we are keeping kind of el natural, if you want to say. So like I said, we have a lot of property, and we like this kind of natural. So as long as per fire code we have a break, so if there are any fires, we're clear. But anyway, so we've been traveling up there to, you know, grab her stuff, help her pack everything up and bring them down. and it's a lot of work. And in a couple weeks, she should be finally moved down here. Now, that doesn't mean she's in a permanent spot. She'll be living with us for a little bit, until we can kind of find her a place and move her in. But so yeah, that's kind of what's taken up some time too, because we go up there for the weekend. Sometimes we do, we'll go up there Friday night, we will travel back down. So that's like 12 hours of driving plus 5 hours of loading up, sleep, in and out of the drive, take turns driving and stuff. And then there was a couple weekends where we turned around. We went up there, did that on a Friday, and then turned around and had a day of rest on Saturday to unload, and then turned around on Sunday and did it again. So my mom has a lot of stuff, and she's older, so she accumulates stuff, and that's kind of just what you do. So that kind of gives you an idea of that aspect of our life. This is my work area, and as you can see, it is a complete and utter mess. This is where I've been working on the garden, stuff for the sheds, basically cutting up pieces and measuring things out for different projects. And this is the area that I'm supposed to be building my tables in, and that's why I haven't built my tables, because it's been a wreck. So my goal is to clean all this up so that I can build the tables, and then that way I can just roll them right into that door. I'm also excited to announce that we have officially started a log. At the moment, we are currently unrecognized, but our name is HD Lug, which is High Desert Lego User Group. Super excited because we've been working on the website we've been working on the logo and branding and all of that kind of fun stuff, to where you guys can see what we've been building, what we've been working on, and all of that stuff. I went ahead and started the lug with a few of my friends in the Lego community. We are working off of it's sthomas.wixsite.com/hdlug. Here you can find our homepage, again, where you find our lug, some pictures of our builds, and all of that kind of fun stuff. You can go to the About page, where you can find out more information about who we are, what we do, and all that kind of fun stuff. At our first meeting, we went ahead and took a preliminary picture, and as each meeting goes along, we will be updating those, so that's a lot of fun. Then if you wanted to join, you can go to the join page, and there's some information on there. Must be 13 and up to join, but if you are under 18, you must be accompanied by an adult. So that's a lot of fun. You can submit the form there. We do events. Now the events page is in progress, as you can see. Because we have just started, we haven't quite started to do events yet, but you can see our calendar, when we meet for meetings, all that kind of fun stuff. If you want to invite us out to an event so that we can set up a booth, that'll be a lot of fun. Invite us out, let us know what kind of event you got going on. And then of course the links page, where you can find us on Facebook and Instagram. So here is our Facebook page, where we update with pics, have some fun, discuss different topics, and kind of promote the lug and what we're doing at the time, and as well as we also do the same on Instagram. So super excited to have this a part of my life, we are just starting out, and could use all the members to share our love and passion for Lego. So if you are interested and in the high desert area, please give us a ring, submit your information, and we will get you going. All right, so now the moment that you've been waiting for, the update on my Lego room. So as you can see, it is a complete and utter mess. But it's gotten better. So all along here was boxes. I went ahead and cleared those out, trying to work on those. Had to bring the treadmill over to this side, which has hindered things. But as you can see, this is the materials for the table. I have essentially 2 tabletops and 2 table bottoms, because as you can see, I have shelving down here, and then I have the table up here. Then I have all of the wood for my tables that is just essentially sitting there. I even have builds on top of them that I haven't incorporated in my city, and I will kind of showcase the progress of my city. But I've been trying to clean all this up, but it's been hard because I've been so busy with all the other stuff. As you can see here, there's a lot of stuff here. A lot of this is actually non-Lego brick that I need to get rid of. And then of course I have some sets here that I have been building, have not built yet. All of that kind of fun stuff. As you can see, my part wall isn't really where I want it to be. I've really wanted to keep organizing the Lego wall to the individual parts. As you can see, I've gotten some done where it's individual parts to where they're all organized. But then, of course, there's other bins that are just, a mess of different parts. So definitely been working on those, or trying to, but it's nowhere near what I want it to be. So you can kind of see lots of work to do. Again, I will get to my city in a minute. Had to reorganize my my area here. It looks similar or the same, but I now have it to where this swings, because if you guys were on stream with me a few weeks ago, my daughter, for her birthday, came on stream and she needed a build area, so I needed to keep this area clean. Have been working on this area here. That is a box full of Lego parts that I need to get on the wall. But I have worked on this area, cleaning it up, and getting it organized. Then I've also been organizing the minifigures and all that kind of fun stuff. Been working on different projects as far as different builds while I live stream, but that's been slow going because I've really only been live streaming once a week, because on Fridays I've been going up to help my mom. But you can kind of see the mess of a mess. These are, of course, all the organizers that I bought. There's 35 of them. Yes, I know people are like, it's 36 Briggs. Why isn't there 36 of them? Well, it's because they didn't have 36 of them, quite frankly. Over here, that is a bin. That is my zoo, actually. So I haven't, it's my zoo and my mock Stark Tower. Then you have my crates, and that is what I was thinking about doing with, as far as building another shed. Just a small one, nothing crazy, but to house essentially the crates in. I kind of want to rebuild them because they are heavy and they are getting heavier as I get older. And since we're over here, I'll kind of come into a little bit. But as you can see, my city is a wreck. I've been working on it, or trying to work on it, I should say, for a while now. I mean, I have to royally clean it up. Oddly enough, there's some spiders that have, claimed some areas. So I have to, of course, dust and clean off all the spiders. I have builds that I haven't even touched, sets I haven't even touched. I have some mocks that I've been working on, and I'll show you those. I'm going to go around to the other side of the table over there right now. All right, so first things first, I kind of rebuilt this. It works most of the time, but I'll have to tweak a few things that I want. But for the most part, the Great Ball Contraption, or GBC, that goes around it works really well. I'm very happy with it. And I was wanting to get like the shark motorized to go around here, but I can't seem to get that to work. We, of course, have the art school mock that I have yet to finish. We also have the, this mock right here is the, what's it called? the botanical gardens mock that I need to finish. I've got some of the, outside done, but nothing on the inside. Definitely have to start working on the Sanctum Sanctorum mock and expansion. I mean, it's there, but I have to work on it. There's a few things on the bottom floor of the Grand Boutique Hotel that I have to finish, plus the sides here. I think I'm going to actually just extend those out. It's just a pain in the butt. So I think I'm going to just do that and expand those out. Same with the smaller floors. Really want to work on the museum and get that bigger, just because there's not a lot to it. There's a lot of sets in here that I'm working on trying to, get rid of and all of that. I mean, there's just a lot. I mean, here's another part of the sanctum that I haven't gotten a chance to work on. The Ninjago Gardens, the top fell, so I have to work on that. So that's, a project that I have to work on. I think I have to review that set, to be honest. I have to look back. But that's that. The Avengers Tower, I really want to kind of expand and make bigger. Just a little bit. I think I want to get rid of the base and figure out that. So there's that. Coming along here, of course, we have the hospital that I have yet to work on, plus a few other projects. We now kind of need to get rid of this build here, which is the lighthouse. There's really no need for it anymore. Up on that side, there is the skating rink that I want to add an arcade to. And, well, I actually want to take that and actually combine it with the bowling alley and have it like a fun center. So I want to add a skating rink to the bowling alley, maybe a third floor, and add an arcade, a bigger arcade, make it a bit better. So yeah, I mean, that's all the stuff I'm working on. I mean, you come back over here to this side, and you can kind of see the mess that has turned into just kind of a catch-all. So I need to clean that all up. I mean, there's just a lot going on in my life. So just kind of wanted to update you guys there with that. It's just kind of been one of those things. It's been one of them days that a builder goes through trying to build out a city, and it's never coming through. Anyway, sorry about that. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of been what's been going on. I mean, a little side note, the electrical has been wonky, so that's why this is a mess over here. This outside light doesn't work anymore. I unplugged that. The wall, basically, there's no power on my part wall, which it really doesn't need power, but I want power over there. But that's been an issue as well. Just kind of trying to incorporate all of that. But I really need to get that the sub panel put in. But yeah, so I mean that's what's going on. All right, guys, so I hope you guys kind of enjoyed this video. It's kind of a catch-all. It's a update on my Lego life and my life in general. Oh, and the other aspect is that my oldest, who you've met, Becca, she started high school. So she is now in high school. She's a 9th grader. So we've been getting her situated with 9th grade. My youngest, she is now in 7th grade. So we've been working on getting her situated in 7th grade. And yeah, and then me looking for work. Me trying to find a full-time position somewhere. in any capacity has been difficult, because COVID laid off everybody, and now everybody needs a job, and COVID is over, hopefully, and that's been fun. So yeah, there you have it, guys. That is the catch-all update on my Lego life, on my life, all that kind of fun stuff. Hope you guys enjoy these kind of videos. If so, please like, share, and subscribe if you like my content and want more. Please consider joining one of my memberships or donating directly to my channel. That way I can produce more videos like this, buy more sets, and have more things to build during live streams and all that kind of fun stuff. So again, thanks for watching. Really do appreciate all the love and support, and we will see you next time on 36 Bricks. Ooh, this one's cool. Check this one out. I agree, that one's cool, but this one's awesome. Ooh, I like this one. I just can't stop watching. Well, I like them all, and I'm gonna subscribe. Can you do the same? Please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time on 36 Bricks.